This week, wrestling sharks,
dropping acid,
and Amazon rubs salt in the wound.
This is the front page. Welcome to the front page show that brings you the top content of the week from the social news website reddit.com. I'm Tyler Slayton.
I'm Samantha Garcia.
It's cold.
It's very cold.
But it could be worse.
Not nearly as cold as it could be.
Yeah, for sure. It's the right side of the country is
sucks to be them.
Yeah, it's very. They now know what it feels like to live in Chicago.
And I'm so happy it's not happening to us
right
now.
We're jinxing ourselves. It's going to be like February is going to kill us.
It's going to be the worst.
Well, I mean, we kind of deserve it.
But you know what? I made it through Snowmageddon. I made it through Chiberia. I will make it through whatever stupid pun the next one is supposed to be.
Oh, man. All right, wait. Let's think of it. Hashtag...
I mean, there's already been Thunder Snow.
Shy...
Yeah.
Shy Arctica.
Yeah. So we're not going to be.
I don't know why I thought we could do this on the spot. Hold on, no, we can do it. We can do it. Deep snow impact because of Armageddon.
Sure.
Nope. All right.
No, it's a bit of a stretch.
All right. Wait, we can do it. Hold on. Something. Blizzardganza.
Okay.
Blizzardganza.
Yep.
We did it. Hashtag Blizzardganza 2017.
Nailed it.
I hope we all make it to then because it's going to be crazy. Should we just get into it?
Yes.
We've talked about the weather, which people love.
Always fun and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I love to complain about the weather, though. It's one of my favorite things.
Why?
Just because. Because I like to complain about things, and Chicago weather is always complainable.
That's true.
So no matter what, I have something to complain about.
Yay. All right. Okay, we can get into it.
Okay.
First story of the day. Submitted to the subreddit GIFs by Ned Yost. It's just called Pfft, Who Needs Soccer Anyway? And it is a video. Check this out. Okay, so there's a youth soccer game, and this person does... Oh, buddy.
Sad face. Saddest combo.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there.
Sure.
Like, we've all been, like, you try and do a thing, and then someone does it so much better than you could ever, ever hope to. Listen, buddy, every time, I see a Vine star post, a parents be like, and it gets 1 million likes, and as if that's any sort of entertainment, I get depressed too. I want to slide down a wall and just put my head in my hands. But no, you get back up. Get back up and you play more soccer. Unless it's your parents are making you, in which case...
I think that's what I find most disappointing about this, is that he just goes and sits down instead of immediately turning around and running after that ball. Go play,
I don't know. This
kid... to play soccer.
This kid played him. That move is pretty perfect. That's on... If, the Harlem Globetrotters played soccer, he could do it. But yeah, doesn't mean you're bad at soccer, buddy. No. Just keep going for it.
It's just an unfortunate play. You gotta get back up, get in the game.
Yeah, I liked that. You know what? Maybe he scored many goals after this.
Yes.
Goals.
Maybe that's
scoring.
why he's so sad. Is because he's used to being the best on the field, and this is one time he was not the best on the field, and he doesn't know how to handle his emotions.
Oh, well, now you just turned, you've taken our underdog story, and now he's just a whiny dick.
Wait, why does that make him a whiny dick?
Because you're just he's usually the best, and he doesn't like it when he's not the best.
Such an emotional reaction. He doesn't know how to handle
it. Yeah, no, that makes him a sore loser. That's not he's not our hero anymore.
Yeah.
I was supporting it. You know what? No, you just got green jersey was just better that day. That's all. That's all it was.
I would have to see what happens immediately after this video cuts out to determine whether or not he's a whiny dick. I think in that moment he's just having a genuine reaction.
Oh, it's definitely a genuine reaction.
Does he continue to sit there and just flail about, or does he get up and be like, "All right,
I'll tell you this.
Had that moment, back in the game."
I wouldn't care because it's soccer, and if someone's better at soccer than me, that I wouldn't be surprised because probably everybody is better than soccer than I am. But yeah,
I find that shocking.
If there was some sort of if back in the day I was playing GoldenEye and someone did the GoldenEye equivalent of whatever that crazy, apparently a rainbow flick and pana to me.
I didn't understand that was like the name of the movement of what he did.
Do you think that was just like some sort of
like
I was making up a sexual move or something?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe those
their
are the
kid
names
Rainbow
of the
Flick.
teams. People name their children all sorts of weird stuff now.
Well, that's true. But yeah, no, stick with it, or don't, because I mean, well,
unless you hate soccer, maybe that's him saying, "I never wanted to play this stupid game."
Yeah, it's like, why would you make me play it? These people are talented. I'm not. I don't like it.
This is why.
I'm an artist.
Yeah. Then, in which case, by all means, stop.
All right.
Or don't. Whatever. Do whatever you want, kid.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, we can move on.
Okay.
Next story. Submitted to subreddit news by Psychotic Evil. All right. Texas student suspended after carrying classmate having asthma attack to the nurse. Yeah, I know. So, Anthony Rulas said his 8th grade classmate was wheezing and gagging for 3 minutes Tuesday morning while no one did anything. But when Rulas did do something, he apparently broke the rules. According to Rulas, the teacher was waiting on an email from the nurse and told the class to remain calm and stay in their seats. Fearing for the girl's health, Rulas didn't listen, and after several minutes of inaction, went against the teacher's wishes to help his friend. So first of all, I feel like there needs to be something a little more immediate when someone can't breathe than, oh, I didn't hit send on the email. My bad. That's my bad. I'm sorry, kid.
I feel like back in our day, before there was emails and internets,
right?
Maybe someone would have been, a student ambassador would have been dispatched to the nurse's office to be like, hey, nurse, come quick.
Yeah, probably.
Someone's having an issue.
That would have been the move if you were, not a robot.
I feel like there used to be intercom systems.
Well,
that went directly
speaking of back in the day,
office.
Here's a term that I have not heard in many years, and then I heard it in this story, and I was like, oh, Rulas's referral form.
Oh.
I know. Doesn't that make you go like, oh, because the referral form back in the day was like, that was some serious business. Referral form from his teacher reads, during 5th period, another student complained that she couldn't breathe and was having an asthma attack. As I waited for a response from the nurse, the student fell out of her chair to the floor. Anthony proceeded to go over to her, pick her up, saying, fuck that, we ain't got no time to wait for no email from the nurse.
So what
he
was
walks
he
out of the classroom
written up for?
And carries the other student out. No, he was like, he got a 2-day suspension for walking out of class. That was the violation. Because he was carrying a near lifeless body of his friend so that she could get help, because she was literally dying. And so they suspended the kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, somehow, if this had been about that use of language, it would have been like, all right, way to save that person. But also,
I'm sorry.
You don't get to talk like that in the school.
Not only justified leaving the class, justified use of the F word. Because when someone's like, oh, I know you're dying, but I have to refresh my email to see if I got one from the nurse.
Sure, I agree.
She might be at lunch. I don't know.
Not appropriate.
I agree. Fuck that. We ain't got no time to wait for no email.
Yeah.
Really, he should have just been written up for using a double negative.
That
was the worst thing he did that day, was he used a double negative. That's it.
Is the student that had the asthma attack, was she fine? Like,
yes, it says he said he got a text from her Wednesday evening thanking him and letting him know that she was, quote, okay. There's more to this, though.
Oh, dear.
Rula said he wasn't concerned about the 2-day suspension, only the girl's health, and even with the outcome would have helped her again. So, kid's a hero. That's in nice. My book. I will say the official word of the front page is that Anthony Rulas of someplace Texas is a hero.
Did the right thing.
Good for you. This is the part where it's like, oh, now the school is the perfect bad guy. Adding insult to injury, Rulas' mother said that the school called her Wednesday morning wanting to know why her son was absent. She had to remind them that they suspended him. Right. So, and it goes, there's more to the story where she was pissed about, like, she heard the whole thing over the phone. She came in to pick up her kid and was super pissed. And then they called her like, hey, why isn't your kid here? It's like, because you did a shitty thing. That's why. Because you suspended him for doing the right thing.
Told him not to show up.
So it does say he can return to school on Thursday, but his mother is now considering homeschooling, which might be the right move.
Maybe.
Or just another school.
Just a different school. Or...
You know, a school where they're not like, hey, you're suspended for making a person not die.
Yeah.
That was real shitty of you, Anthony.
Yeah. How dare you?
Ugh. Yeah, what jerks? We don't need no education. I just use a double negative as well. Oops. All right. We can move on. Next story. Submitted to the subreddit Funny by Lane Owns. Hiked to the top of a small mountain, and there was a register book at the top. I found this in there. Is a note that says, I'm naked, and I highly recommend it. Oh yeah, I'm also on acid. I highly recommend that too. Which is the greatest Yelp review I've ever heard.
Yeah, 5 stars.
5 stars indeed. I highly recommend the naked part, but oh man, do I highly recommend acid.
Is that a pun? Does that count as a pun?
You know what? I'm gonna say no. This is a man who was naked, and on drugs, and in that situation has very good handwriting under those circumstances. I'm gonna say no. He is above a pun. He is no. That wasn't a pun. I hate
It's a downward spiral of high puns.
I hate stumbling into puns. It's annoying. But yeah, I don't know. This guy sounds pretty legit. Like, this all sounds great.
I have no reason to think that any of that is a lie.
No, like, why would you?
Exaggeration.
Like, I have an idea. Like, I'm gonna climb that mountain just to do a stupid joke. No.
Yep. You turn the page and it's just like suckers.
Right. I've never done acid, but I don't know if I would want to do it on top of them. Like, that seems like the cool place to do it, is like on top of a mountain, but then it's like, oh, I'm really high and on top of a mountain. That seems scary.
Did they take the acid and then climb the mountain? Or did they climb the mountain and then take the acid?
That's a good question. I don't know what the kick-in rate on acid is either, so I don't know if you do that like halfway up, like you have your granola, you drop your acid.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I would just be worried, like, oh, well, now I'm really high and on top of a mountain. What now? I don't even know where I live. I'm on another plane of existence. I don't know how to get home.
Does one camp at the top of a mountain?
It says it's a small mountain. I don't know. I don't know what particular mountain this is.
Because if it was like an overnight stay,
it's got a registry book like a hotel, so maybe people do stay there. I don't know.
Because that would make more sense to me.
I would say he's probably not the only person on drugs at the top of this mountain. He's probably just the only one that
wrote about it.
Microblogged about it. Most people, I'm sure, were just like tweeted like hashtag HAF, like hashtag mountain, hashtag blessed, hashtag Molly, whatever that means.
This is so microblogged that only very
and
few
only
other people get to read
oh
it.
That would be the only thing better if we just wrote hashtags in here. Hashtag naked, hashtag recommend, hashtag blessed. Yeah, but I will say I think this person is better than using high as a pun.
Okay.
I could say that if I know anything about this guy who likes to get naked at the top of mountains and drop acid, he's above a pun.
All right.
All right. Moving on. Submitted to the subreddit. Oh, also submitted to the subreddit Funny. Just by La Pagina. My kindergarten teaching experience in a nutshell. This is apparently some sort of quiz given out. Circle the smallest number, 3 or 10. This person circled 10. Tell us or show how you know the answer. Picture of a rainbow. Not even a good picture of a rainbow. And I sort of get where La Pagina's coming from. Like, it's very rare when you can, or maybe it's not rare for a kindergarten teacher, where you just look at something and go, oh, you're not going to college. This basically sets up the rest of this young person's life.
This is a kindergarten test. This is a test for kindergartners.
Right.
How old is the average kindergartner?
5?
At what point does a person learn to read? Does the average American student learn to read?
4. I'm getting 4. Survey says 4.
Yeah? So it's totally reasonable to expect a 5-year-old
You
to
know what,
look
no,
at this and understand the question that's being asked.
Yeah, exactly. I will say this. Like, if you can read words, you can tell that a 2-digit number is bigger than a 1-digit number. Like, or maybe they just saw 0 and they were like, nailed it, rainbow, friendship.
I like that also that the 10 is circled in like a regular pencil, but then clearly colored pencils or crayons were
Why did they have
available.
access to crayons during this test? Like, why wasn't the teacher like, what are you doing?
You don't need crayons for this.
Yeah, there's no
Why
reason.
are you
trying another
picking that
rainbow? Stephanie, you're not going to college.
Why do you assume this is a girl?
I mean, you know what? That's fair. Shouldn't have. Anybody who wants to draw a rainbow,
mean, it clearly
totally
could be,
can.
But why is Stephanie the name that you chose?
I don't know. I was just thinking of kids' names.
Because only children are named Stephanie. Once they become adults, the name changes to what?
Steph.
What?
In college, they go by Steph, for sure. All their girlfriends call them Steph.
I feel like we maybe had different experiences in college with Stephanie.
Well, neither of our names was Stephanie.
But I assume that you knew a Stephanie that was just like, you can only call me Steph. And I assume she talked like that.
Why did you assume she talked like that? As long as we're throwing around accusations.
Because that's how I assume people who want to be called Steph talk.
Did you know that that 10 is a smaller number than 3? You know that? Rambo.
I have it tattooed on my lower back.
This would, you know what? Yeah, this kid's future is that exact thing tattooed on her lower back. Their
Which
lower
is kind
back.
of lovely.
Sorry.
If
You know,
it really
good for
speaks to
them.
you.
They're a free spirit. Dance like no one's watching.
That's right.
Math is bullshit. All right. We can get up. We can stop making. We're really all about like making fun of children this episode. So I think we should move on. All right, next story. Submitted to the subreddit Black People Twitter by Jake Mora. It just says, "Can I get a heck yeah?" And it says, "When your friend used party enters a serious relationship and gets boring as fuck," and that is, you know who that is, right?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, you don't know. All right. The reason I picked this story is because I don't get to talk about wrestling enough on this show.
Is this Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That is Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is the Texas Rattlesnake. The Bionic Redneck. The, I don't know. I'm sure he's got other nicknames. But
I wasn't familiar with any of those nicknames, so thanks for that.
he's the guy that usually can be found drinking beer at his job. And here he is with a nice Pinot in someone's backyard.
And that's not okay?
Still rocking the camo trunks, though. But no, it's not okay for Stone Cold. Like, Stone Cold, I don't want to see
Isn't
Stone
he a
Cold.
man of a certain age now?
Yeah, but I just assume that Stone Cold doesn't drink liquid that doesn't come out of a Budweiser can.
Oh.
Like, that's all I can imagine him.
So if that wine had come out of a Budweiser can, then it'd be fine.
I get. You know what? He's probably got that power. He's probably got Jesus powers where
that
he can
just turn that
he can
beer
turn
into
Budweiser
Pinot.
into. He's one of the most amazing wrestlers of all time. He is so much better at catching beer cans. You've never seen a human being that can catch beer cans. Like, he can be walking away, just kind of looking over his shoulder, and he'll go like this and just snatch a beer can out of the air.
One was
it's
not.
amazing. I've seen and his hands will be like covered in other beer that he's like sort of like been chugging and
chugging or just pouring on himself.
No, he gets up on the turnbuckle, he
Okay.
pops both beers, he
Okay.
slams them together and pours most of both of them into his mouth and then
Okay.
throws them and then goes like this and boom, there's another one in his hand.
That is a superpower.
He's amazing. Oh, I miss Stone Cold so much. His music was the best, like the glass shattering sound. Oh, it's the best. I like wrestling. It's my favorite. All right, but that's it. Stone Cold, you shouldn't be. I mean, I can't stop you from drinking wine. Like, I appreciate a good wine,
maybe no. Please finish your thought.
I'm just saying this picture shouldn't exist.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume this is photoshopped. There, in my mind, it's photoshopped.
All right.
Done and done.
All right.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say perhaps the beer thing. That's his work.
Oh, this is how he winds down.
This is chillaxin.
All right.
This is not on the clock. So I agree. Picture should not exist. This should be a private time, a private moment that we don't need to share in.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. That's true.
That's for him.
Hashtag Wine Wednesdays. Hashtag blessed.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't look at it anymore. This is like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. So we'll move on. Oh, this is another submitted subreddit pics by Sniper7. Sniper with a Y. So I don't know if he's like a marksman or if he's a really big fan of that 80s hair metal band. Sniper? Nope. All right, we'll move on.
Probably the latter.
All right. It just says, we've come full circle.
What?
There is a brick and mortar called Amazon Books.
No.
Which...
No. I do not like this.
Like, if you showed that to that guy that was on acid earlier, he'd be like, I've jumped temporal planes, I don't understand.
That's not... what?
I know.
Isn't Amazon the reason why there aren't as many bookstores anymore?
Precisely.
So they don't get to have a bookstore?
Sorry, I had an idea. I just got an extra life.
It might have been Amazon telling you to...
It's like, hey.
That is Amazon.
Yeah, know where your bread is buttered, all right? I'll be honest, like, I don't care that... I love Amazon. Amazon's shit.
Just gonna happen every time we say his name.
All right.
They're onto us.
Amazon, are you there? Are you... But yeah, I don't... You can't... I can't wrap my mind... Like, I was like... First of all, why does Amazon need... As long as you have an address,
yeah,
you can get Amazon products.
Yeah.
So... I don't know.
This seems mean somehow.
It's like they're just doing like that.
Yeah, like suck on that.
This is Amazon just being super gangster. Just like, oh, I'll show you Barnes and Noble. Check this out. Amazon Books. I don't know. It looks like America, I think. Yeah. So I like it's not. I could maybe wrap my mind around it if it were in another country, like shipping and stuff. Like that would make sense. But no, it seems to just be a strip mall somewhere in America where Amazon was just like...
I swear, the other day, I was thinking about, man, it'd be cool. Radio Shacks have all closed down.
All right.
And we can order all that stuff from Amazon. So I was like, man, it'd be cool to have a little neighborhood Amazon
but you just want
Radio Shack. Look at them, they're thinking that way.
You want just a part of Amazon to exist in the real world? That's what you want?
I mean, well, when you can get these gadgets, it's like if you're doing a show and you need a little cable, HDMI to DVI cable, you cannot find that. And when your show is on the line and the thing ran out, Radio Shack always had that.
But you're just, I guess, but that's just like, oh, I need some real obscure shit from the internet. I hope there's a store for it. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Radio Shack had been in business for years. Everybody, you can build things. I mean, all of that stuff is still a need for it.
You don't know what's in that bookstore. It could have been all the obscure stuff.
It says books. What else could be in there besides books?
The obscure books. On Amazon.
Yeah, that's why we have Amazon, is because there's obscure books. They're not like, so I can find, reptile erotica. Which is a thing, unfortunately, I know exists because of Reddit. You can buy those. I don't know. This is all, like, so many more questions than answers. I don't even know. You couldn't Google this, because, like, how am I going to find Amazon? How am I going to Google Amazon Books? That doesn't make any sense. They're just going to take me to a website, which is what they should have done. Like, I shouldn't have to leave the house to get Amazon stuff, I think is my point.
That's right. The whole point is that Amazon comes to me.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess we can move on. We've come to a dark place.
I don't know what else to say about it.
It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. All right. Moving on. This is another story of a hero. This is submitted to subreddit Today I Learned by Teller Pan. Today I learned in 2001 a man wrestled a 7-foot bull shark to retrieve the severed arm of his nephew. Right. So, no, we're going to get into this. This is, like, buckle up, because this story is crazy.
Okay.
8-year-old Jesse was having his final swim of the day after an enjoyable family trip to Langdon Beach, Florida.
Does this story ever start with was enjoying his third to last swim of the day?
Well, I mean...
Because once your arm gets ripped off, that's your last swim of the day.
I go, okay, Are you saying was it his last swim because he got attacked by a shark, or were they leaving soon? I don't know.
Is that supposed to be extra sad? Like, oh, if they just hadn't gone for that one more swim.
I'll say this. I don't know what babunk is. I do know this story is real, but this is one of the worst written articles I've ever read in my life. It's so bad. Like,
yay.
I had to edit so much. No, I took it all out. Like,
Okay.
at one point, all right, it says here, suddenly the boy was attacked by a 7-foot, 200-pound bull shark. Within seconds, his right arm had been bitten off between the elbow and shoulder.
Okay.
Jesse's uncle was the quickest to react, plunging into the water to pull his nephew onto the shore. In the article, that is like, his uncle jumped into the blood-curdled water. And I was like, dude.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, that's not how those words work. I'm telling you, the whole article, look it up. You can find it in the links below. It's an awfully written article. Sorry, babunk. All right. Then he dived back in to seize the shark. The brave man, who this is crazy, in later media reports refused to be named, then wrestled the 7-foot shark, hauling it onto the beach so that it was possible to retrieve the severed arm. So this person saved his nephew, fought a shark, and then was like, nah, I don't need credit. It's fine. Don't worry
Also
about
had
it.
to catch a shark.
Right, yeah.
Because it's not like the shark just hangs out like, I got your arm. Like,
any one part of what this dude did
it's nuts.
is pretty amazing, but he did all of this.
Wow.
In the interim, park ranger Jared Klein had arrived to assist. With the shark thrashing on the sand, he shot it 3 times in the head. Now we're gonna stop for a second. Here at the front page, we are definitely team people.
Yes.
That being said, I do
Yes.
kind of feel bad for this shark.
Couldn't they have just grabbed the arm
Because the shark wasn't.
and been like, peace out, shark?
The shark wasn't
Don't go
evil.
back.
The shark wasn't just like, oh good, now I get to murder a child. The shark was like, oh, food,
Dinner, yes.
food. It's what, like, that's all animals are doing at any time. Just
Yes.
food. This is what this shark was doing. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time, I guess.
I mean, I can understand why a person would run over and be like, shoot that shark.
Seriously, wrong place, because there's no way this shark was like, oh, I'm just going to eat this kid. I hope that guy doesn't try and wrestle me onto the shore.
There's an article that says, this shark was having its last swim of the day. It's just going to have a quick dessert and then go back home.
He blood curdled the water, and then... all right.
Okay, so they kill the shark.
Reports say that Mr. Klein then used his baton to pry open the shark's jaws, while another bystander, volunteer fireman Tony Thomas, reached into his mouth and pulled out the arm.
So that's why they had to kill the shark, because otherwise they would not have gotten that arm out, right?
Yeah, I guess he had consumed the arm.
I see. I see. Okay.
Oh, man. By this time, an emergency helicopter had already flown Jesse to the hospital. After being wrapped in a plastic bag and encased in ice, the arm was driven by ambulance to the operating theater. Shortly after surgery, Dr. Ian Rogers, the plastic surgeon who reattached the arm, said he was hopeful that Jesse would regain relatively normal use of it. So, like, and it's great. Like, this article does explain there are so many circumstances that, like, everyone just made quick decisions and made it so, like, this kid lived. Like they said, if the paramedics had decided to treat the wound on the beach, like, kid would have died. Like,
Yeah.
but because he decided, like, nope, we got to go now.
Yeah.
They call it a scoop and run or something. Like, that kept him alive. And then there's, like, other, like, someone did CPR and stuff. Like, there was so much that went into making sure this kid lived, and he did, and got his arm back. Like,
Wow.
he can say for the rest of his life, like, one, my uncle is goddamn Batman.
Don't reveal his secret identity, you guys.
and two, my arm was in a shark once, and the rest of me wasn't.
There was a time where this was not a part of my body,
So,
and now it's back.
right, it's back. I got it back from the shark.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a crazy ass story. All right, we can move on. How much time we got? A couple more?
Yeah.
All right, we can do a couple more.
Awesome.
Oh, we have to get to this. This is my favorite thing of the week. This is submitted to the subreddit Pics by You Are the Father. It just says, I have some terrible news.
Oh.
I submit to you that this is the greatest joke ever written. Because it is perfect. Like, I forget who said it, but someone said, perfection is not achieved when you can't add anything else, is when you can't take anything else away. There is nothing you could take away from this joke to make it more funny, and nothing you could add to it to make it more funny. It is the most perfect joke ever written. Good on you, you are the father. Which is kind of surprising because it's not a very clever username, but a lot of usernames are taken. I love this. Everyone I've shown this to, like, no one is like, I don't get it. They all know, because you see the name Waldo, and you automatically think of the children's book.
Yep.
Or you think of the neighbor kid from Family Matters, but probably not.
Nope. Just the children's book.
Yep. And and then it's, oh, we found him. Turns out he's dead. Which would be sad. I used to read the crap out of those well, not read. I used to look at the crap at those Where's Waldo's. I love it. Like,
they were fun.
There was so much going on in all those, like, I wonder if...
Even if I did not find Waldo, I found a lot of other things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Do you think did one guy do all those? Or
as far as I know.
Was that like, all right. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then there was the dog.
Yeah, what was the dog's name?
I don't remember. No. But there was also a lady. There was a Wanda, I think. A Walda or something.
Well, do you remember the one, I think it was in like the third book, where it was a picture of all people dressed like Waldo? Mm-hmm. Like that was, that blew my tiny little child brain at that point. I was like, well, how is this possible? Is this how I get my PhD? I have to find Waldo in this? But yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on. I love this joke. This is one of the funniest things. All right, I'll give it funniest thing I've seen in 2016 so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I watched Ted 2. I watched most of Ted 2. We kind of fell asleep. It wasn't great.
This joke is way better than that.
Yeah, this joke is way better than than 3/4 of Ted 2. I can say for certainty. For certainty? Let's go. Submitted to the subreddit Me IRL, which we don't get too often of, unfortunately, by Jester1311. So Me IRL, picture of a polar bear, and says, the male finishes his nap and checks whether any females have appeared.
Oh.
Which is basically sort of described most dudes on the internet. It's just like, just kind of wake up and just go, well, I'm here. Why aren't women? Why aren't women, Samantha? I put the question to you. Why aren't women?
We're very busy.
You gotta come find us.
You gotta work
we're out doing stuff. We're
just
out talking about Ugg boots and what other ways?
Ugg boots need to be talked about.
What other ways could I put women into a very small nutshell? Lattes.
I've had many a conversation about a latte while wearing an Ugg boot.
To me, just all women are just that just that woman you see in Starbucks all the time. That's it. They're all. That's how I see all of them. That is not true. You're all unique snowflakes.
Okay.
All different. I don't want to be Steve Harvey and just assume that all people can fit into little categories. Second week in a row, I've made fun of Steve Harvey. Fuck Steve Harvey. Okay, we can move on. Cute polar bear.
Yes, that's adorable.
Oh wait, did you see the thing? I didn't include it in the show because it's been everywhere. The polar bear taking the bath.
Polar bear taking the bath.
Oh, just find it. It's adorable.
I saw the panda bear jumping through the snow.
Yeah, probably if you scroll down on the same website you're on, you probably would run into that. And it's a baby polar bear, and they're just spraying it with a hose, and it's the most adorable thing you've ever seen.
I also saw a picture of a puppy. It was a video of a puppy and a piglet, just
chilling,
running into each other multiple times. I was just like, ugh.
Well, speaking of puppies,
yes.
This is submitted to the subreddit Not the Onion by Alex Reltunb.
Reltub?
Yep. I didn't have a stroke. That's what his username is.
Okay.
Dog accidentally runs U.S. half marathon, finishes an impressive 7th place. So this is 2-year-old Ludivine, a bloodhound from Elkmont, Alabama. Was let out for a stroll by her owner when she came across something called the Trackless Train Trek Half Marathon. Always up for a run, the puppy committed to the endurance challenge and finished the 21-kilometer course in just over an hour and 30 minutes.
Wow. That's so much better than my half marathon time.
I know, like, first of all, to accidentally run a marathon is kind of a thing. I haven't even accidentally looked at a marathon, let alone run it. But it does say here, the Elkmont Half Marathon honored the canine's participation and awarded her with a medal.
Oh.
Right?
Aw.
It's adorable. I don't know why she needs a participation medal. Like, she came in 7th. Like, she probably did better than most people. Probably.
I think only like the top 3 or 4 get like an actual prize. And after that, everyone who completes gets a participation medal.
Well,
So-
also, it did say in the article that Elkmont has a population of 400.
What?
And I'm like, a city of 400 has a marathon? Like, how many people? Like, how do you get volunteers?
It's just the whole town.
I like to think like she came in 7th out of 15 people. Like, that's how many people ran this marathon. Her owner remained oblivious to her canine's competitive spirit and said that she only became aware of the epic run when her friends started sending her photos of the dog at the finish line.
So wait, she just let the dog out of the home, out of the yard.
Like I said,
wherever,
population of 400.
and we're just like, I'm sure you'll come back.
I think so, because, I mean, like, small towns, I'm sure they're just like, oh, there goes Ludovine again. Also, I don't know. Ludovine, like, a people name? Would you name, like, a child Ludovine? Because it sounds like something you'd yell while you're ringing a dinner bell. Like, Ludovine! Ludovine, come inside! Before the mosquitoes get you. Are there mosquitoes in Alabama? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It says here...
Where? Okay, but that means the dog had to cross the start line and also the finish line.
It must have been... Yeah, the start must have been close to her house.
And then the friend was just like, I know that dog.
All right, listen, maybe it started
Come
like
with me, dog. And then let's...
No.
Did the friend
No.
finish the marathon as
No,
well,
no.
or just got to the
No,
end?
they were just there. The dog
like, I know
ran
that
it
dog.
apropos of nothing. Was just like,
How?
I like running.
How do they know the dog completed the full half? Maybe the dog just crossed the finish line.
What? Hey,
Is the
internet
finish line
commenter
exactly
person, why are you like...
13.2 miles? 13.1 miles?
Hey, you know this
away
fluff
from
piece
the
we're going to finish
yard?
the show with
I
about an
just-
adorable dog?
I'm
Let me
not-
shit all over it.
The dog is adorable.
Because I don't
just-
think this is real. Take that dog's medal away.
I'm not convinced the dog completed the
This
half.
is a conspiracy.
I'm sure the dog is capable of running 13.1 miles.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you talk, because at some point you're going to get to Obama. You're going to blame this on Obama. Just go ahead. Keep going. Should we check if Ludovine is a documented American? Maybe she wasn't allowed to participate in this. We don't know. Says her owner, my first reaction was that I was embarrassed and worried that she had possibly gotten in the way of other runners.
Who came in 8th? Is that guy real bad? Like, if it weren't for this dog.
It was actually it was a dog catcher with a net. Just running like, oh, darn Ludovine. I want to see the many adventures of Ludovine. I would
Yes.
watch the shit out of that. Or make a children's book.
Yes. Where's Ludovine?
This is your first one. She's the new Clifford.
Yes.
I was gonna say Heathcliff, and I was like, that's not right.
Heathcliff was a
That's
cat.
the other kind of animal. That's the opposite of a doggy. All right, I think that's gonna do it for us. I think we've said all we can about a great many things.
Yes.
But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to let's just do one today because I did everything last week. Like, there's a button down there.
Yeah, it's on
may
one
or
of
may
our
not have a
sites.
thumbs up. Press that button because you know you liked this video. You watched it. You liked it. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tyler Slayton.
I'm Samantha Garcia.
We will see you next time on the front page.
Stage 2 show.